the section that talks about brief remarks by Nina's team. Yes, I don't know if network has thrown some of them off. Had Professor Bamaiyi, he was here, and I can't see him anymore. So, oh, okay, I can see him now. Sorry, Professor Bamaiyi, can you hear me? Because we want to go to bring in our members of all the blocks. It's going to be brief, please. We know that people's data and all that, you know how it is back home for people to be online for some time. I know, but when they want to watch the church, data doesn't stop them. Meanwhile, this is the information you need to be alive. You're going where they're brainwashing you. You use your data and be there and be shouting amen, amen, when you're supposed to be working hard. So please, go into this section, brief remarks and exhortation by each member of the NINA's team on the imperative of joint action. We call it joint jailbreak. Why is it important for us to join hands together and get this work done? So, Professor Bamaiyi, I don't know if you can hear me. I will want you to come in before the network will start misbehaving. He's from Middle Belt, Middle Belt block.
Yes, I'm online. The network might throw me out any moment.
That's why I decided to
right now I'm in.
Thank you,
yes,
sir.
Yes, I've been in and out because of network challenges. Thank you very much for having me. It's a privilege to be here this evening. A people united together in purpose can never be defeated. And we must remain resolute. We must remain focused if we are going to liberate ourselves from the current oppression that we found ourselves in, especially as a result of the 1999 Constitution of Debt. And that is a good description of the 1999 Constitution. It is a constitution of debt. It is a constitution of incapacitation. It is a constitution of retrogression. It is a constitution of darkness. And we must liberate ourselves completely from this constitution of debt. And Ninas has been working over the years to ensure the emancipation of our people from this bondage, this slavery that we found ourselves in as a result of the 1999 Constitution and as a result of the cabals that have taken Nigeria for a ride for many years now. Those of us from the Middle Belt, we've suffered a lot. We've suffered the death of loved ones, the death of friends, and I'm not even talking about maybe in the distant past. What I'm talking about is something that keeps happening every now and then, something that has happened even this week. So we've been having this oppression of our people by the Fulani herdsmen, for example, who seem to be above the law, who seem to be untouchable as far as the government of Nigeria, the defunct Nigeria is concerned, because what other people cannot do and get away with it, the Fulani herdsmen will do it. We see Fulani herdsmen in broad daylight carrying AK-47 and nobody stops them. Nobody says, why are you carrying a weapon? But our people will be stopped from carrying even knives. If you are caught with a knife on the street, you will be arrested. But a Fulani herdsman can carry an AK-47, wrap it around his shoulder, and move through the breadth and length of this country, Nigeria, So we're in a country where there is no equity, there is no justice, there is no fairness. Are we equal before the law in Nigeria? No, we are not. It looks as if in Nigeria, the law is a respecter of persons. It looks that in Nigeria, the law, the justice system is not blind. It sees and decides to favor certain people and go against certain people. And this is what we see happening. Our people are being oppressed. They cry day and night. They go to those who are supposed to be law enforcement agents, who are supposed to help them, and they end up being the victims. You know, they end up being oppressed. They end up being harassed. They end up being assaulted by law enforcement agencies. And sometimes you have these attacks by these gunmen when our people regroup and decide to counterattack. That's the time that the agencies of government, the military, will come around and stop them, and sometimes even bomb them, even kill them. That they have been violent, whereas they have just been attacked and lives have been lost. And they manage to regroup so that they can counterattack, so that they can defend themselves. But they are not even allowed to defend themselves. And this is very painful. We've lost loved ones, we've lost friends. I've lost even close friends to this menace, this chaos, this anarchy, this pandemonium that we have in our nation, Nigeria, that we have in this entity that is called Nigeria, this contraption, or whatever it is, of the colonial masters that is Nigeria. So it is high time that we mobilize every one of our people, every one that belongs to our different ethnic nationalities, that look, the time has come for us to liberate ourselves. The time has come for us to free ourselves. The politicians will not do it for us because they are part of the problem. They're enjoying. The traditional rulers, bless their hearts, but they're not going to do it for us. The people have to come together and say, look, we reject this imposition. We were not part of the 1999 Constitution. Nobody consulted us. Nobody asked our views. And the Constitution came into being and says that we, the people of Nigeria, which Nigeria? A Constitution that was imposed by the military. A Constitution that we had no hand in was imposed on us. And I tell you, give even an angel that constitution to govern Nigeria, he will find it very difficult, because the constitution is a bunch of contradictions. The constitution in itself is a problem. It is meant to favor a certain class, a certain part, of the entity called Nigeria against, other entities. So it is a problem. The constitution is a disaster. The constitution is a constitution of limitation, is a constitution of debt. And the earlier our people realize this and come together, so we can free ourselves, so we can liberate ourselves, for ourselves, for our children, for future generations, the better for us. Because if we continue to postpone the evil day, we keep thinking all things will get better. If we have maybe a nice, wonderful leader, just like we're deceived. In the last election, our people were deceived. They felt, let's bring in Peter Obi, we'll have a better country, for example. And in the middle belt, our people massively thought if they vote in Peter Obi, the entity called Nigeria will become a better place. But it was just a deception. The people knew right of the entity called Nigeria knew from the onset that they were not going to give power to any Peter Obi. Even if he wins by 100%, they were not ready to give him power. They knew from the onset that they were just deceiving the generality of Nigerians. And we've seen what a sham the election was. We've seen that the election was just complete deceit, and the eyes of our people are gradually opening to this deceit, and the people are disenfranchised, the people are frustrated, the people are looking for a way out. What is the way out? The way out is what we are doing in Ninas, to reject the imposition called the 1999 Constitution. And we thank God for the constitutional force majeure declared by Ninas 3 years ago, and the progress that we've made so far. And we must keep the pressure on. We must keep on the momentum. We must maintain the focus. We must continue to be resolute and resilient as the days come by, in the next days and weeks and months and years, until we fully and completely realized our objectives and our goals. God helping us. And I like the way we're going about this, because we are not going to realize this by staying in our churches or mosques or wherever and just be praying and be shouting amen. No, God will not come down from heaven to liberate us. God has given us the power to liberate ourselves. God is not going to come down from heaven to make the lives of our people better. He has already given us the power. And we are free moral agents. We have the power, the capacity, the strength to decide our own destinies that has been given unto us. And we cannot blame anybody if we fail to liberate ourselves. We can only blame ourselves for remaining perpetually in bondage, in slavery. If we refuse to arise now and liberate ourselves and do something, we cannot even blame those who are handling this entity that is called Nigeria. We can only blame ourselves, because we have this golden opportunity in time, this golden opportunity in destiny to liberate ourselves, to free ourselves, to become ethnic nationalities that are liberated, that are free, that can determine our future, determine what we want, say what we want, do what we want, and the sky will not even be a limit for our people. So I thank you for this privilege to make a few statements. It's evening here in Jos Plateau State, Nigeria. We are maybe in different time zones. Those of you in different parts of the world, you are maybe morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever time it is. But I thank God for this privilege to make these few statements. And lastly, let me say this in the words of Mahatma Gandhi, that be the change that you want to see in the world. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Be the change that you want to see as far as the ethnic nationalities in Nigeria are concerned. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Professor Bamaiyi, for that wonderful remark. Honestly, there's nothing else to add. You have said it all. We are saying, let the distractions stop. Let those distracting us in one name or the other, religion, freedom fighting, or whatever. It's time to come together and be in this liberation train, Nina's liberation train, so that together we'll put down the 1999 Constitution, because sovereignty belongs to the people that are well informed, like Dr. Israel already told us, that for you to be part of this thing and function the way you should function, you need the information. So that's wonderful from Middle Belt Block.